Welcome back to the channel. This is your host, Juggernaut. I'm excited about what I'm about to share with you. On this last weekend, members of my club were able to join in with the Buffalo Soldiers down here in Pennsylvania as they led their charity ride as a part of their weekend getting together. They decided that they wanted to go to Mount Gilead AME Church up in Bucks County, the former Underground Railroad site that I posted about on my channel over a year ago. For the first time, I was able to get on the inside of the building and to actually see what it looks like. You're going to take a look with me. You're also going to get a chance to hear from a descendant of a man who escaped on the Underground Railroad. It was her great-great-grandfather who ultimately relocated there in Bucks County. He is buried there. And you'll get a chance to even see inside the basement and a hidden compartment where potentially the enslaved were housed while they were hiding out from slave catchers.
I'm working on a building. It's a true foundation. Holding up blood stains. Banner for the Lord, my Lord. When I get through working on the building, I'm going up to heaven to get my reward. Sometimes tired. Working on the building, holding up blood stains, banner for the Lord, my Lord. When I get through working on the building, I'm going up to heaven to get my rewards. Now, see, somebody asked me, Underground Railroad, where was the station? They have no idea what the Underground Railroad meant or represents. But there's refugees, people who were starving, desperate, leaving from the Carolinas, from Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, making tracks for freedom. One of the stops was right here in Baltimore. There are stops, of course, in Philadelphia and throughout other parts of Bucks County. Anyway, here comes this guy, he's 6'10", his name is Big Ben. He steals up from Maryland. And how does a 6'10" black man for 11 years? 11 years he escaped from York, Maryland. Anybody know where York, Maryland is?
I do.
Yeah, all right. Well, somebody snitched on him. In 1836, he got caught. Sold him for $700. Put up a good fight, but he was mortally wounded during the fight. Because you got professional trackers. Now these people, that's all they do. They're tracking for you, and they ain't sleeping. And he lived with this for 11 years. Well, they caught him, they sent him back to Baltimore. The abolitionists collect some money, and they go down and buy him back. He's buried somewhere, but nobody knows the exact place. And then you have to have caretakers over the years. So you have Margaret and Bill Hopkins. They took care of the place. We had somebody come up from the University of Massachusetts in Boston, Megan Rattini. She did a topical search, let us know there's over 100 bodies out there. So John Reinhardt from Forest Grove Presbyterian Church, he moved in and was the caretaker. He fell ill, needed some help, put it out an ad. Macedonia, God bless Macedonia Baptist Church in Newtown, picked it up, and we began again the resurgence of what we now know as Mount Gilead. Still working on building. It's a true foundation.
Amen.
Holding up the bloodstained
All right.
banner for the Lord. But when I get through, working on that building, It's a home, not made by hand.
All right, so tell me who you all are as we're walking.
Walking Deacon T. I'm Susan Hopkins Lee, and I'm a steward at Gilead AME Church, and I'm also on the board of Mount Gilead AME Community Church. Anyway, I'm going to start over here because Moses Hopkins, my great-great-grandfather, he came up through the Underground Railroad with Big Ben Jones. They came up together, and there's a movie about them called The North Star. The football player, Trotter, the Eagles football player, he played Big Ben.
Really? Your grandfather, where was he from originally? Where did he escape from?
Maryland.
Was he in York as well?
Yes, they were together. So that's Moses Hopkins. That's his wife, my great-great-grandmother, Margaret Hopkins.
Oh, wow.
Now, Moses Hopkins, I'm told that he was one of the first caretakers of the church. So he was one of the first caretakers. And then his son, their son, Perry Hopkins, took over after Moses Hopkins passed away. So that's Moses' son, Perry Hopkins, my great-grandfather.
This is your great-grandfather's grave?
Yes, Perry Hopkins. So at one time, this graveyard was vandalized. So we're in the process of, fixing all these.
It's a shame.
I know. And there were several Hopkins throughout the graveyard. But back here, there's a baseball player related to Norma.
My father-in-law.
Okay.
William Cheat. He played for the Negro Leagues, and he is buried out there with my mother-in-law.
My name is Harold Vereen. I am a deacon at Macedonia Baptist Church in Newtown, Pennsylvania. And so I am the chairman of the operating board. And so what we want to do with this space, we want to turn this into so this is the original flooring that we took out. And so, and what we want to do is to take that, mill it down, sand it, as we did. These are some of the joists that were in the floor. We just power washed those, and instead of sanding, but we'll sand those down as well. We've used some of those when we did the window repair. So we want to try to use all of this lumber, everything that we had to take out.
Right.
We want to keep somehow in the church.
Yeah.
And so we're going to take that lumber, sand it down, and kind of put it up against this wall and create a recognition wall. Wow. Some good Samaritans who have supported the church, some of the historical folks that are in the cemetery or the graveyard, just have plaques in here so that folks could come down here and just kind of read the history, And so that's what we plan to do with this space here. We've already used it. You see these caution signs here. We had an open house, and we literally had this wasn't here at the time, but we literally had a presentation down here about the Underground Railroad.
I had no idea there was a full-size basement down there.
Yeah, full size. And here's the interesting thing, Reverend. There's no guarantee because they didn't keep records back then. By the way, this is the original foundation. But from this wall to that wall,
right,
under that floor is a space from here to the ground that you can stand up in.
Oh, you got to be kidding!
No. And so what we
so point it to me. So where do you say that space is?
Yeah. So this is where the cemetery. I mean the sanctuary floor.
Right.
And all the way down to the bottom, from this wall to that wall, is an open space. So under that floor is a big open space. So we just assumed that it could have been a hiding space.
Well, that's a good assumption.
Yeah.
No, that's a really good assumption.
Yeah, it could have been a hiding space. So
so you hear about these all the time, but we rarely ever have the evidence.
Right.
Like behind this wall,
behind that wall,
people
is a space big enough for me to stand up in.
Wow.
From here all the way to the front door.
And no access to it right now.
No access to it right now, but It just somehow in my spirit, like, it makes sense. This.
Real quick, man. Look, we got Sandman and Big Butter, President and VP of Buffalo Soldiers in Philly. So, all right, what's today about?
This is the first annual ride-along in which Pennsylvania as well as East Stroudsburg combined together for a state event. And what you're seeing is some of the bikes from Northeast Frontier that's participating in the charity ride today. Buffalo Soldiers, we usually, when we have a weekend event, it is comprised of a meet and greet in which everyone comes in together and we just chop it up a little bit and we exchange some stories. Then Friday or Saturday, then there's the charity ride. The charity ride is so that when we take in the funds from the charity ride, some of it goes to our scholarship and some of it we're going to make a donation. Today our donation is going to be to the Mount Gilead AME Church. We were going to be giving them a presentation. They may not get it today, but we will be sending them a check for allowing them to open up their doors and welcome us in.
Go.